But I want to point out a few things in this video that were very, very powerful to me. So as you can see right now, the young boy is attempting to open the door. Now, this video that we're watching is a recording video of the surveillance video. So he can see this young man at his window, his back door, through his camera system. So the same way we're watching it right now, he's actually seeing this young man at his door. So he is getting himself ready, right? I'm assuming as an individual, as a father, as a husband, as a protector of a home. I'm assuming at this point, once he realizes this young man is attempting to break in his home, that's when he goes to get his firearm and prepares to defend himself and his family. And what this young boy doesn't know is he doesn't know he's on camera, right? He doesn't know he's being watched. He's simply just trying to open the door to make his way in to get whatever kind of valuables he can and get up out of it. But what I want y'all to see and witness and recognize is that he's trying to get in the home right here. And just now he realized, I can't get into this house. I'm going to get out of here, right? So what he's saying. But check this out. He sees that the young man realizes when he went to walk away, the door swung open and the man came out holding a sort of shotgun in his hand. Now, anybody knows anything about firearms? This gun that this man has in his hand, even if he's not on point with his aim, if he's even in the vicinity, he's going to blow whatever part of the body of this young man that bullet or shells hit is going to knock that part of his body clear off. This gun that this man has right here is not no guns are toys. Let me make sure I'm clear on that. There aren't any guns that are toys, but this shotgun right here can do a whole lot of damage. And as you see right now, before anything transpires, he has a full-on shot. Now, let's talk about this man and his posture and his ability to keep calm in a moment of distress. So right now, most men who are not prepared for moments like this would be so frantic and scared at the same time, they would come out, just start shooting. Especially right now when you're coming out and you see the individual who's attempting to break in your home, and he's also reaching for something, right? Now, I'm stopping this video and I'm showing you these points because I want you to understand how much grace right now, legally, y'all, legally, this man could shoot this young man, take his life, and be justified for it. Why? Because he attempted to break in his home. He is on his property, and now he's reaching in his pocket. He's reaching for what we know to be as a weapon now. But guess what? If this man didn't have the heart that he has, right? And the ability to want to show grace, even in a moment like this, y'all. Come on, down in the comments right now. I want to know. Are any of you guys in this moment right now, if you were in this moment, could seriously say you would have enough wherewithal, enough calm, and enough peace about yourself to stay as calm as this man is right here? Now, me personally, I'm not one to like to say, oh, what I would do in situations and what I wouldn't do. But I truly believe in this situation, I might not have been as calm as he was. I might not have thought as many times as he thought in this one moment, right? Because look, even as I go on, he pulls the gun out, y'all. Right now is when I probably would have pulled the trigger. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm going to be real. At this point in time, the moment this young man would have extended that hand and I seen that gun come up, I'm pulling that trigger because my mindset is I got to get back inside to my home. I have to defend who I have in this house, and whoever you are, you're coming to harm them. This is the mindset of average individuals. Now, I don't know this gentleman from a hole in the wall. I don't know his background. I don't know his mindset. I don't know nothing about this man. But one thing I can tell you about him is he used an extreme amount of grace and faith on his end, because just as much grace as he extended in this moment, yo, listen, just as much grace as he extended in this very moment right here, yo, he has just as much fear in him. You can't tell me for one split second, as much grace as he has right now for this young man, this gun coming up is not making him think twice right now. Now, from what I'm looking at and from what I'm seeing in this video right now, I don't even think the young man has his finger on the trigger, right? From what it looks like, he doesn't have his finger on the trigger. So now seeing that, I guess if he sees that, it gives him a sense of peace and it gives him a space to have this conversation. But the reason why I showed you this, guys, is because what I want you to understand is that we all have to have the ability to think calmly in hectic situations, especially us fathers, man. Because right now, this gentleman right now could have literally killed this young man and have his life all over his conscience. Would he be a free man? Would he be still home with his family? Absolutely. By this video, absolutely. This man wouldn't even go to jail that day. They wouldn't even arrest him because he's in the right. But because he saw himself in this young man, I wish that the audio was could play, but you've probably seen this also on your social media. But he's talking to this young man and he's telling him, bro, I see myself in you. Why are you doing this? He's asking him. He knows that there's a reason why this young boy is not only just walking around, quote unquote, terrorizing the neighborhood and breaking and entering, but risking his own life and freedom. He knows that this young man naturally doesn't want to do what he's doing. There has to be some kind of cause of this. And he's asking him, yo, bro, why are you doing this? And throughout the video, he goes on and says, yo, because my little brother needs some stuff that I can't provide. And so he asks him, is it about money? Is it about money? Do you need money? Let's talk about this. I can show you how to get the bag. Now, let me tell you how powerful that is, y'all. The reason why, and I can't say all, but the reason why the majority of young black boys are committing crimes is because they're not aware that there's another way of getting the income that they truly desire. Because in our society and culture, if you look up, nobody's getting the kind of money that these NBA players are getting. Nobody is getting this kind of money that these quote unquote rappers are pretending that they're getting. No, nobody's getting that kind of money because the jobs and things that these young men are seeing are minimum wage. You can't ball out on minimum wage. You can't buy the house of your dream. You can't retire your mother. You can't do these things on a McDonald's salary. So they're going up against what social media and society pressures are telling them that they can't have, and that they're desiring to have, like we all do. I don't think there's anyone checking this podcast out right now that sits around and says to themselves, I'm okay with being mediocre. No, we all want the finer thing. But this young man just is not aware that there's another way about going to get those finer things. And this gentleman right here says, listen, my brother, I remember when I thought like you. I remember when, but guess what? I know how to change that. And if you come talk to me, come on inside my crib. Come on inside. And let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all would have invited that young man in your crib after this? Now check this out. As we fast forward a little bit. Look, he put the gun down. He invited him in his house. But guess what? The young man still has the gun in his hand. He's walking him in the house along with the gun still in his hand and still drawn out. So what I'm saying to you, do we have the ability just to extend the grace that we want towards ourselves? That's the message I got from this video. Do you have the wherewithal to extend the grace that you wish somebody would give you?